Hi, I'm Bob Hudson. This is the World War II story of how the USS Mercury became known as the ship that took out a Japanese fighter plane with its cargo boom. I found an original naval dispatch, kind of a telegram, from Admiral Richmond Kelly Turner to a U.S. Navy supply ship whose cargo boom stopped a Japanese fighter at the Battle of Saipan. This cartoon is from a Navy historical site online, but the dispatch message is an original from a veteran's estate. It was June 1944, and the ship was USS Mercury AK 42, part of Task Force 52 under Admiral Turner. Wikipedia says Mercury reached Saipan on the 26th of June, and less than 5 hours later, around 9 o'clock at night, a Japanese bomber came through the smokescreen at an altitude of about 92 feet and headed for the ship's superstructure. The plane's torpedo hit the amidships living compartments on the port boat deck and continued on, breaking in two without detonating. The torpedo's main body was found in the first lieutenant's room, and its fuse was located in the engine room, while the explosive TNT components of its warhead were spread over the port boat and bridge decks. The plane itself fell victim to the after starboard boom, which stood passively in the enemy's path, knocking the plane out of control upon collision and causing it to crash 500 yards off the starboard quarter. So the torpedo was a dud, and the airplane literally went boom. Even though it was the dark of night with the smoke and other chaos of war going on all about it, someone on the Mercury got word to the task force commander as to the heroic role of the cargo boom. Vice Admiral Turner was a brilliant hard-ass. Fleet Admiral Chester Nimitz said of him, brilliant, caustic, arrogant, and tactless. Another officer wrote, a loud, strident, arrogant person who enjoyed settling all matters by simply raising his voice and roaring like a bull captain in the old Navy. Turner had a tendency to get involved with fine details. He worked alone planning the smallest details of amphibious operations, so I suspect this radio message was written by him and not by an aide. His being caustic and arrogant makes the tongue-in-cheek humor of this message even more interesting. I have no doubt it was a side of him that didn't surface often. Here's what the Admiral wrote less than 24 hours after the boom went boom. It is well known that the principal weapons that cargo vessels use against the enemy are their cargo booms. With these weapons, they do great damage to the enemy. However, the task force commander notes with pride that the Mercury also has been able to use its cargo booms more actively and to attack and destroy an enemy plane with one of these terrible weapons. He compliments the Mercury on its achievement. He continues, when the Mercury paints the trophy sign for destroying an airplane, do not paint it on the bridge, but paint it on the cargo boom so as to make the gun crews envious of the winchmen. Vice Admiral Turner, P.S. he says, give a copy of this to all winchmen. On the back side of the Admiral's dispatch is the response from the Mercury's captain. Cargo boom has returned to battery and reports manned and ready. Painting instructions complied with. Winchmen, who are also gun crews, claim they got him without using lock, stock, or barrel. They beat him to death with the ramrod. Launched in 1939 as the civilian ship SS Lightning, the Mercury continued in naval service after the Japanese attack. In 1958, she played an important role in the landing of Marines in Beirut as a member of the Sixth Fleet. She was finally decommissioned in 1959. Krusty Bob, over and out.